In this video, we will go over instructions for filling out the land contract. If you have made it this far, congratulations. You are very close to owning your own home. At this point, you should have received an email with attachments that include important instructions, a land contract, and a seller's disclosure, which looks like this. Both the land contract and seller's disclosure are legal binding documents, so it is important that you read over these before you fill them out. At the end of this process, we want your family and EasyHomes to have their own original version of these documents. So the first thing you will need to do is print out 2 copies of the land contract and 2 copies of the seller's disclosure. Now we will be going over how to fill out the land contract. You will notice that the land contract has highlighted sections with room for you to initial. If there's a co-applicant, there's enough room for the both of you to initial next to each other. All initials can be done without the presence of a notary. At the moment, there are 3 initials on page 1. The first initial is found in clause B1, and I'll read this one for you. It says, buyer shall pay the seller the non-refundable sum of $2,000.00 on or before the execution of the land contract. The second initial is found in clause B5, and I'll read this one as well. I understand and agree that any and all payments made by the buyer in accordance with the land contract shall, once they are paid, not be refundable nor creditable for any reason whatsoever. Please initial if you are in agreement. And I would like to state that both of those initials are industry standards. The third initial is found in clause E. This goes over the fact that you need to keep your utilities bill and any city or county fees paid up to date. Please initial if you are in agreement. The next set of initials are found on page 3. The fourth initial on this contract is found at the end of clause L. This section is regarding the termination process, and I'll read the bottom part of this initial. It says, at this point, 60 days late and no new terms, then you are agreeing to waive all of your legal rights to this land contract. The above land contract will be null and void, and you will leave the above property without further need of eviction. Please initial if you are in agreement. Just want to clarify that we do not want to terminate families, but we will if we are forced to. That being said, please stay in communication with us if you are falling behind on payments. Please initial if you are in agreement. The fifth initial is found in the second paragraph of clause Q. This clause explains that the home is as is and the buyer will need to be sure to handle any lead paint if it is found in the home. Please initial if you are in agreement. The sixth initial is located in the third paragraph of clause Q. This clause also explains that the home is sold as is, and the family will need to take care of any mold or mildew if it is found on the property. Please initial if you are in agreement. The next section of the contract is found on page 5. Please do not sign this page until you are in front of a notary. The co-applicant will also need to be present for the signing if there is a co-applicant on the contract. You can find a notary at your local bank, some libraries, or a FedEx or UPS store may have one as well. Please make sure that you have your ID on you for the notary. There's also a section on page 5 for witnesses. As you can see here, the first buyer will need to sign here and print their name on the second line. The co-applicant or second buyer will need to sign on this line and print their name on the second. And over here is a room for the 2 different witnesses, and the notary will sign and stamp in this section of the contract. Page 6 is to be left alone. That's for us, EasyHomes, as the seller, to sign and notarize this section. The next document we will go over is the seller's disclosure. Seller's disclosure pretty much lays out the entire deal, the price of the home, the down payment, which is a standard $2,000, the principal amount that you'll be paying on, interest rate, and the next section goes over the interest that you will pay if you are on the contract and only make the minimum payments for the full 20 years. Just want to remind you that there are no prepayment penalties and no balloon payment on this contract, so you can make overpayments at any time. At the bottom, you'll see property taxes and insurance on a monthly basis. Your monthly note payment, that is the payment towards the principal and interest for the home. And then at the bottom here, you will have your full monthly payment that you make every month. These two first lines are for you to sign. One is for the first buyer, and the second one is for the co-applicant or second buyer. You will need to sign the first line, print your name on the second, and then date it on the left-hand side. After the land contract and seller's disclosure are filled out, both original copies of each documents will need to be mailed to EasyHomes. We will sign all the documents. We will keep one set of original contracts for ourselves, and we will send you the other original contract. Hopefully, this helps you on filling out the land contract and seller's disclosure. If you do have any questions, reach out to your EasyHomes manager who has been assisting you on the purchase of this home. We wish you the best, and again, if you have any questions, please give us a call.